Hello everybody and welcome to week 8 here in the 9th season of the CTC 712Breaks Cup Series. Tonight we will be at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Fastest in practice looks like the 27 of Victor Lugo, so we'll see if he can keep that speed going into qualifying in just a moment. This race marks the third to last race in the regular season, 10-race regular season, so after tonight, drivers will have 2 more races after this to decide who will be in the 12-driver chase. Qualifying getting underway. 45 cars out here tonight, which means 1 car will be going home. Qualifying will matter. First car out looks like the 20 of Davis Greenwell in the Josh Berry car. Trying to bring in some good luck with that. Won the real life cup race on Sunday. Take a look at our weather for tonight really quick. 79 degrees ambient, 98 degrees on the track temp, 13-mile-an-hour wind, so pretty windy out here at Vegas. Not too bad considering the Vegas can get pretty windy, so 13 on the lower end of what I've seen at this track. Across the line, lap number 1 for Davis Greenwell, 30.294. Howell Owen gets to the top of the board on his first lap. Ian Montrose top of the board. Number 1, Dakota Lee up to second. Zach Weisgood third. Second lap should be their fastest out here. Ian a little bit off the bottom in 3 and 4. Jeff Price now tops the board. Ian's second lap, 30.056. Not gonna best first lap there. Jeff Price still tops the board. Wyatt McCombs heading on track. Ryan File topped the board, rookie in the Cup Series, making his first start tonight. Aid Lowell, definitely not a rookie, and no stranger to pole positions. 29.826, 4 thousandths better than File. Get out there, go Wolfenbarger. He's an 8 champion, defending champion here in the Cup Series. Expect a good qualifying effort out of that 32. Lap number 1 for Wolfenbarger. 33.9, so he's going to put all of his speed on lap number 2. Not surprised. Tires get warmed up. You're gonna have a bit of a better lap on lap 2, but it does put all of your speed on 1 lap, so it's kind of scary. A little bit of a lift into 3, but really good line there through 3 and 4 across the line. This is gonna be good. 29.93. That will put him top 10, 11th actually. Just outside the top 10. Pretty good effort there. Blake Giglio. Always. Oh, Kenny Frisbee, top of the board. The 11 team showed up with a hot rod, even though it is fixed setup. Heck of a lap there from Kenny Frisbee, and he's going to go to the pole with a minute left in qualifying. Really good lap there from Kenny. And 1 car left to put in a lap. See what Blake Giglio can do. Across the line, a complete lap 2. Not going to do it. 30.17. Not a great effort there from the 16 team. Qualifies I think he had an issue. He qualifies 42nd. All right, that's going to do it for qualifying. Kenny Frisbee on the pole position. All right. Looks like our one driver going home is going to be the 00 of Jesse Durler. Didn't put in a lap of qualifying, so everybody who put in a lap will make the race tonight. Good for everybody. Yep, as Kenny said, the 00 is the only one going home. Didn't put in a lap, so everybody who made a lap, you're in the race. Good job. Yes, it does. Congratulations. All right. See if we can find Pole Sitter. Get a word with them real quick. Hey, Kenny, it's Lucas. You got me?
Hi. You scared the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry about that. Hey, man, you put it on the pole tonight. How you feeling about the race?
A little nervous. I was really debating not running today because today's my daughter's birthday. But my in-laws decided they wanted to have the night with her, so here I am.
Gotcha, man. Well, happy birthday to her, and hopefully we're talking to you at the end. You seem like you got some good speed in qualifying. Definitely translates to race here.
I hope so, but knowing my luck, I'm just trying to survive, you know? But, I mean, I'll take a pole, my first pole in CTC, so.
Definitely, man. Nice lap to you there. Congrats on the pole, and see you later. Good luck.
Thank you. Have a good day.
That was Kenny Frisbee starting on the pole position tonight. I scared the crap out of him, so sorry about that, Kenny. Top of the board in warm-up right now. Dakota lead. Now Wolfenbarger. And Lugo. Lugo was fastest in practice, so he seems to have pretty good race pace. Alright, see who else we can talk to. Hayden's on the front row. We'll see if we can talk to him. Hayden, where is he at? Okay, he's not in chat. Let's see what else we got. DG Swiss, qualified 5th. Let's talk DG. Hey, Swiss, it's Lucas. Got me?
Hi, how's it going?
Hey, man, we qualified 5th tonight, and like you got some pretty good pace. How we feeling about Vegas?
Well, it's always one of my favorite tracks, and for some reason I do well here. I don't understand it, to be honest, but I'm not going to question it very much, and we don't have a lot of long-run practice, so we'll see how we can keep the tires on it tonight. I know it's going to be a hot one, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, man, it's really hot out there, but I don't know what the way this league goes. Long runs don't seem to be a thing. So, I don't know. If you got short run speed, you should be doing pretty good.
Well, we definitely got a little bit of that, so we'll see how it plays out tonight.
That's great. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
DG starting 5th tonight. Good lap there from the 26. A minute left. See who else we can talk to before the end of warm-up. Talk to Cliff. He's always a good time. Pretty qualified. 14th. Okay. Hey, Cliff, it's Lucas. You got me?
Hello.
Hey man, starting 14th tonight, kind of in the, a little bit deep in the pack, but towards the front. How are we feeling about Vegas?
I made the race, so that's all that matters to me. Giving up the charter kind of puts a little bit of pressure on me, and put down a pretty decent lap, better than what I thought I was going to do. And now it's just survive until the last 20 laps right there and go for it.
Gotcha, man. Good luck. Hopefully we're talking to you at the end.
All right, appreciate it, buddy.
Cliff Mullins starting in 14th tonight. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, he did give up his charter a couple weeks ago, so he is running as an open driver now, and that's, like he said, makes qualifying a lot scarier. Even though only one driver went home tonight, still got to make sure you put in a clean lap while also being fast. All right, sorry about the had the retro filter on an accident there. Thanks to Davis and Zach for letting me know. Hopefully the screen looks okay now. Let's head down to the track where we get our penalties given out really quick, and then we'll do our grid. All right. Pull through the grid here. On the pole position for tonight's race, Kenny Frisbee, 11, like he said, his first pole here in the Cup Series. That's a good accomplishment there, so congrats to him on that. Starting on his outside, Hayden Lowell in the 56. Starting third tonight, rookie, first start, Ryan File in the 50. Alec Kane starting in the 07 on his outside. DG Swiss starting in the 5th spot. Ethan Evers starting 6th. Jeff Price going to start in the 7th spot. Trenton Sneed in 8th. Zach Swice good in the 9th spot. Garrett Warren running out our top 10. Bradley Wilson starting 11th. Victor Lugo starting in 12th. Garrett Wolfenbarger in 13th. Cliff Mullins in 14th. Zachary Lance 15th, but he will be starting with a drive-through penalty due to at-faults. So hopefully he can battle back from that. Andrew Beach starting in 16th. Patrick O'Keefe in 17th. Brian Martin in 18th, but he's starting from the pits. Jeremy Scherer in 19th. Daniel Llewellyn in 20th. Samuel Litchfield 21st. Dakota Lee 22nd. Alright. Ronnie Holmes starting 23rd. Ronnie Holmes starting 23rd. Wyatt McCombs 24th. Gabriel Truesdale 25th. Corey Deal 26th. Ian Montrose 27th. Michael Christopher in 28th. Nick Leo 29th. Casey Graves 30th. Jesse Jones 31st. Nick Cooper 32nd. Kyle Owen 33rd. Brian Jackson 34th. Jamal Collins 35th. Micah Mixer 36th. Brianna Lavin 37th. Sheldon Phillips 38th. Nolan Walker going to be starting from the pits in 39th. Davis Greenwell 40th. Tyler Stillwell 41st. Blake Giglio 42nd. Matt Grubb 43rd. Also another rookie here tonight. Trevor Trago running out the field in 44th. Alright, we got through that quick. Okay, let's get a word with the 16 starting from the back tonight. As a request from him. Be real quick. Blake, it's Lucas. You got me?
How's it going?
Oh man, starting 42nd tonight. What happened?
Yeah, BGR Motor was firing on 7. All of us, me, Davis, we all were not good there in qualifying. So we got a new BGR motor under the hood. We switched that out, and we're gonna see what happens. I think we have a good hot rod still.
Gotcha, man. Well, hope it works out for you. Good luck.
Does it get loose or tight? Can you answer that?
I'm not giving any information.
So, come on.
All right, get out of here. He's trying to get information from the setup builder for tonight. Here we go. Come to the green. Pace car's off. Green flag in the air here at Las Vegas. Oh, a crash in turn 3 on lap 1. Oh no. I think I saw the 92. That was the one car number I saw in this, but there were several other cars involved as well. Heavy damage to that 92 machine. Let's back it up. There's 3 wide off turn 2. And the 12 just comes up into the 23, it looks like. Back it up again. Right there. Our chase camera. As they're going on the backstretch. 12 just comes up ever so slightly. I think the 23 was kind of a little bit off the wall, but nothing. I mean, he might have come off a little bit. The 12 definitely came up a lot. Those two actually kind of save it, but then the 92 just gets the worst end of this. I got what happened with the 92 here. See, the contact will be made right in front of him. And he gets caught by the 23 getting turned. 83 Dakota Lee also gets involved in this. Could have been worse, honestly. I think the 92 is really the only one with heavy damage. He is going to come down pit road. So Hayden Lowell was able to take the lead when the caution came out. Alec Kane got up to second. Frisbee fell back to third. So he wasn't able to lead that first lap, but he will have that inside starting lane coming back to this restart. Oh, I got you, Corey. So report from the 44 camp. Got 45 seconds of left front damage, but he's got to feed his son, so... Duty calls. I got you. Hayden Logan, I'd like to take the top on this restart. Alright, coming back to the green, 52, unfortunately, he tried to serve his black flag on the last one, but the caution came out before he could get to pit road, so he'll be attempting to do that again. They get some damage as well. 52 team still going to have to serve that drive-through. Hayden Lowe going to be in control of the restart. Car pulls off. For the restart zone, there it is. Green flag back in the air. Front row gets a great start. Third place and back, all slightly behind. Now they're fanning out down the backstretch. 52 goes down, serve the black flag. And it looks like we'll complete lap 5 under green. It looks like. Yeah. There it is. First complete lap under green. Michael Christopher with the fastest lap of the race. It is just rolling thunder outside. Hopefully our broadcast stays up. Zachary Lance coming out. He's going to be 1 lap down, but he will be in the lucky dog position. So he's going to be hoping for a caution that he's not involved in. Wow, they are 5 wide here. What is going on? That's going to be a wreck. They're all over the place. There goes the 12. 01 is killed. Huge wreck out of turn 4. Somebody just got turned up to the outside wall. It was the 87 of Sheldon Phillips, another one of our rookies tonight, and he's got a lot of right front. So this is going to start around the 01 and the 12. This is the wreck that never ended. Have to back it way up for this. So, coming out of 2, things just start stacking up really bad. I think somebody gets loose, it looks like. Maybe the 04. They think about going 5 wide. The 01 comes and does make it 4 wide. Gets into the door of the 12. Then comes down into the 40. And back up into the 12 on exit. Pacey just kind of got himself stuck in a spot he didn't want to be. Back it up here. It looks bad from the blimp camera. I think he just didn't realize what was happening right there. That's not who I wanted to be on board with. We'll go with it for now. It's the 12. Now on board with the 01. I think he's just trying to get up behind the 12. Oh man, well, that's going to be his race right there. Really hard hit. To Zachary Lance, that's the caution he needed. Back on the lead lap. Back up front, Hayden Law going to take the bottom this time. back to the green. Hayden Lowe once again in control of the restart. Lightning's getting close. Starting to get worried. Not severe weather or anything, but some pretty strong thunderstorms. Did have some tornadoes come through around here earlier today. But here we go. Green flag back in the air. Really good restart from the 56. Oh, the old RTX 2070 is struggling out here tonight. Las Vegas recently got a graphics update, and it's tough to run. Kenny Frisbee gets back up to second, so pole sitter back inside the top two. Now he's got to hunt down that 56 for the lead. Oh, 26 is loose off of 4. He saved it. Nobody hit him. They're 6 wide. The 40 gets turned. Caution's out for that. I think it's good that oh man, the 28 of Micah Mixer just got turned after the caution came out. I think it's good the caution came out right there because they were 5 and 6 wide heading into turn 1. We needed a reset on that one. Zach Swicegood had to be the one to get it going. I don't think he hit anything, so he's fine. Alright, let's see what happened. Didn't back it up. Here we go. Looking at the 40 of Zach Swicegood, first of all. As they're wrecking, he checks up. 24 didn't see it. Got into the back of the 40. That 40 is... Oh, the 28 trying to avoid it is how that happened. So the 40's okay, the 28 not so much. Right on board with the 28 through this. Here goes the 40 to the inside, 28. Oh man, he did a really good job. And just the other cars around him couldn't avoid him. Alright, now let's take a look at the 26. That's where the initial thing we were looking at was. So, you know, the 26 car, the black and red Fort Worth screen printing car, 26. Ooh, off the nose of the 32. Then, yeah, they are 5 wide right there. And the caution comes out right around here. So I guess they got it back to 3 wide. They would have been okay. Man, that was a lot happening right there. Short amount of time. No surprise, nobody up front pitting. So, big old wreck fest so far, but the wrecks haven't been huge. And I remember this saying that exact thing at Richmond last season. And that race never got going. We literally went yellows to the end. So I hope we're not repeating that. We would be here forever tonight. Track is definitely heating up as well, as we're sitting here just letting it bake. Back up to 103 track temp, so it's getting pretty toasty out there. And 19 miles an hour on the wind. I think that's causing a lot of problems right now. It's going to make it a little loose in 3 and 4, pretty tight in 1 and 2. Enough to contend with. Honestly, it might be the other way around, but crosswind at a racetrack is never good. Alright, coming back to 1 to green. Hayden chooses the inside this time around. So, looks like cars out right now. Corey Deal obviously mentioned in chat. He had other things to attend to, so he's 44th, 11 laps down. Casey Graves with heavy damage, last caution, 6 laps down. Sheldon Phillips was also involved in that. He's 5 laps down. Samuel Litchfield is the last car in the lead lap. He was fixing damage. So 41 cars on track and on the lead lap right now. Going back to the green flag. Pace car is off. Green's back out. Frisbee unhappy with the restart from the 56 right there. I can see why. He might fall back to 4th on this. Side by side for the 4th spot, Frisbee and Lugo. Lugo with the preferred middle lane. Comes to a short run. 3 wide back here between Holmes, Wilson, and Warren. And they are wrecking again. Huge wreck on the front stretch. Back it up. Twelve just turns the 33, it looks like. Man. That 12 car gonna have some amp faults after this. Got some pretty heavy damage, that one. Alright, well, this makes fuel strategy pretty interesting because they can make around 47 laps on a tank of fuel. So another 10 or 15 laps and they'll be inside the window for a 1-stop. Fakes down pit road. Didn't think so. .42 and Matt Grubb. He was involved in this. Looks like he came down to try to fix some damage. Drivers involved, obviously, you got 33 at Trago, 25 at Truesdale, 40 at Zach Twicegood, 92 of O'Keefe's also down fixing damage, 12 of Litchfield, obviously, 35 of Nick Cooper, 8 Micah Mixer, 42 of Matt Grubb. Like the 87 has rejoined the racetrack. For fixing that damage from the incident a few cautions ago. Oh, things are going swimmingly so far. This is somewhat unexpected for the track. Mile and a half, especially this track, have historically been very clean in this series. We only had 2 or 3 cautions the last time we were here. That might be on the high end. 56 gonna take the outside on this restart. 87 getting around the field. Going back to the green. Can't believe we're only on lap 20. There's still over 100 laps to go in this thing. Green's back out, you know the deal. 11 once again. Not a great restart. He'll fall back to 4th. 56, 07, and 32, your top three. Three wide. Back to 2 wide. Back up to the lead. Wolfenbarger gets around the 07. Alec Kane. Frisbee looking to the inside of that 07 as well. Still side by side for the 3rd spot. Now they're also side by side for 6th. Evers and Montrose. Frisbee and Kane still going at it for 3rd. Frisbee all over the quarter panel at 07. On board with the 27 right behind this battle. He's going to look 3 wide to the low side. Oh, contact! A little bit of neck code right there. I could see that from my vantage point. And you can see why the 11 with a bit of a blink. I think that's where the net code came from. Now Lugo and Montrose side by side for 5th. Frisbee was able to clear up to the 3rd spot. It's our longest green run of the night. Only about 4 laps. Bit of a battle for the lead. Aiden doing some defending. Shades of the championship race last season. These two were dueling it out at Nashville Super Speedway. Looks to the inside. Aiden pinches him down there. .56, good run through 1 and 2. 32's main goal right now is going to be to make that 56 burn his tires up. Because Hayden out front, he's got a bit of an advantage. He's got clean air, which means he's got more downforce, and he can save more tire. 32's got an advantage right here of being able to back off a little bit in the corners and use that draft to close back up on the straightaway, so he can sit about a half second off and save a little tighter here if he wanted to. Now the problem with that would be the 11 would want to get right by if he slowed down that much. So it's kind of a balancing act. Stay off that 56 bumper, save a little bit of tire as much as you can, while also maintaining your second spot. And that's what everybody's doing all throughout this field, is trying to maintain as much position as possible while also keeping their tires cooled off as well as possible. That is the name of the game in these next-gen cars, is balancing position and tire wear. And somebody's through the grass in the back. I think that was the 72 of Tyler Stillwell. Not sure what that was about. Now you're going to see, once this run goes on, as it goes on, the bottom lane of this track, with everybody running down there, it's going to heat up. And once that bottom lane heats up, that cooler middle lane is going to be a lot better for those guys that save their tires. Now the guys that burnt their tires, everything's going to feel horrible. But the ones that save their tires, that middle lane is going to open up, and they're going to make up a ton of spots just running in the middle. Let's check in with Blake Giglio, who seemed to be doing the back-to-front challenge today. Can't even find him. He's up to 17th, so up inside the top 20 after starting 42nd. Good job there by Blake. For the lead, Wolfenbarger all over the back bumper of the 56. Not going to get all the way there yet. Oh, man, who's that? Next, Weisgood. That car is killed. He's going to try to let the field by here. Garrett Warren trying to hold off the 51 of Bradley Wilson. He's side by side with 27 of Lugo. Lugo hanging outside the top 10 today. Pretty good run. Corey Deal made his way back out on track, so 15 laps down. He's actually racing for position with the 01 of Casey Graves. These two are both 15 laps down. So that's going to be the battle for 43rd. Cool that you can get a battle that far back. 15 laps down. Sheldon Phillips holding on to 5 laps down. Matt Grubb. Sorry, Matt. 1 lap down in Lucky Dog position, so he's hoping for a yellow to come out. Up for the lead. Battle. Wolfenbarger might have led that lap, and they're side by side for the lead. Hayden going to use that preferred middle lane. He's going to hold on to it for now. On board with the 11 of Kenny Frisbee. Oh, Hayden gets loose. Doesn't allow the 32 to get an advantage. down outside. We're going to lose the broadcast. It's going to be here. Side by side for the lead. Aiden still got the preferred middle lane in 1 and 2. That's going to be hard to beat. Wolfmarker's got to try to find a way above him, but there's just not going to be a great way to do that. Side by side for the third spot. Ian Montrose has made his way up there, and he's going to come into third. Not quite. Frisbee's holding on. The 11's got his teammate in the 04 coming with him. Side by side for the lead again. 32 gets there in 1 and 2, but Aiden doing a great job holding that middle lane. And I think they're going to have to pit in about, I don't know, 15 laps, I would say. Oh, the 56! Huge loose, and that's going to allow the 32 to get to his outside and clear for the lead. That's all it takes, folks. You heat that right rear up too much. These cars are on a razor's edge every time they come off turn 4. That's all it took. Aiden Lowell back to second. Wolfmarker out to the lead for the first time tonight. Ian Montrose looks like gonna take over the third spot. 04 comes with him into fourth. Frisbee trying to hold on. He might have burned his tires off a little bit. He is dropping back. Oh, the 51 goes around Bradley Wilson through the infield. Off. Oh, wow, the 16 as well. There's no caution for that. Now there is. As they're wrecking up front still. The 74 and the 51. Interesting. Alright. See what happened. Gonna be our first caution in a while. Looking at the 51 and the 16. The 11 gets loose. 51 also gets loose. The 16... No, the 16 just comes up into the 51's quarter panel. 51 slides through the infield. And just as he's driving up onto the racetrack, the 10 drives into him. The 74 just finishes the job. Well, let's ride on board with the 10. Spinning up front in the grass. 51 comes up. How that happens. Now let's look on board with the 74. Man, that was definitely finishing the job. All right. So everybody going to be coming down for tires here. It looks like... Yeah, the 55 of Jesse Jones, who I didn't see get involved in anything today. He got disqualified. He got 28X. Wow, okay. So his night's going to be over. The 28 incidents. Everybody comes down for 4 tires and fuel. Gonna put us right where we would have been at the start of the race for fuel strategy. So it's still gonna be one stop from here. That is coming down outside. .56 gonna take the top on this restart. Like the 42 and 12 going to take a wave around here. All right. Front row, Hayden Lowell, Garrett Wolfenbarger. Hayden Lowell, the control car. Green back in the air. Good restart for the 56. Top 10 are all strung out already. Single file, not strung out, but they're single file. Now you got the 9th and 10th spot, back to double file. 27 and 8. Now the 27 gonna definitely win that battle. He'll clear into 10th, gets the wall on exit. Now they're blocking. 22 Michael Christopher trying to get inside the top 10. Cooper working on his outside. So Hayden must have had a better pit stop because he was able to retake the lead under yellow. Saw the 32 get by right before the caution came out. Not sure if that traded positions again, but he's back at it. He's going to get to the inside of that 56, try to get it back early. Dead even at the line. About halfway through the field right here on board with Daniel Llewellyn, the 23. At 19th spot. But ahead of him, he's got 94 in the 20 side by side for the 17th spot. Oh man, the 11 is out of shape up front. Gonna drop all the way back to 9th. 10th. But dropping to the bottom end of the top 10 is a lot better than a wrecked race car. See Michael Christopher trying to get inside that top 10. He's to the inside of the 11, not going to get there this time. Nick Leo to the inside of the 07 of Alec Kane. And while everybody's kind of saving tire, saving a little bit of fuel, I'm sure, go to crank it up here for a few laps. Enjoy. Welcome back from the Crank It Up. While we were under the Crank It Up, the 07 of Alec Kane took the lead away from the 56 of Hayden Lowell. Alec, not content with riding in line and saving tire, he wanted that lead now, and he's got it. He's ripping the top lane both ends. A little bit more toward the middle than 1 and 2, but either way, he's not running the bottom like they are. Aiden's back to the back bumper. Gonna try to retake the lead again into 3. He's clear for the moment. Not gonna be clear on exit. He's gonna have to keep the bottom. Oh! They come up a little bit to the 07. I think he was trying to side draft, but wasn't quite time for that yet. Should have him clear off the 2. Does. Wouldn't be surprised if the 07 crosses him back over. Not enough of a run. File into second. Side by side for the lead. Wolfenbarger and Lowell. Contact! 56 pinched him down a little bit. They're playing a game of chicken with the side drafting. This is not going to end well. One of them's going to get turned. Or door. Or dooring. These two have been button heads for a long time. Not like too bad, but they seem to always find each other in this series especially, and I would say a majority of the time they race pretty clean. So even with all that dooring, neither of them have wrecked yet. Just hard racing. Third and fourth are also door to door, so 2 by 2 up front. Now the 32 is going to get back in the line. Field is definitely starting to string out. Three wide. Blake Giglio in the middle into turn 1. Gonna get past the 11 and the 27. Blake finds himself back inside the top 10 even after spinning the last caution. 51 Bradley Wilson wasn't so lucky. He got race ending damage. Is out of this race. By not of his own doing, I would say. Couldn't keep the car off the racing surface. And some people couldn't find the brake pedal. 39th right now. Hayden out to a decent lead. Garrett Warren actually got up to second now. Got around the other Garrett, Wolfenbarger. So both Garrett W's now side by side. Barger back into second. Alec Kane starting to fall back a little bit. Definitely burnt his tires off getting to the lead so early. But got some laps led, got the extra 5 bonus points. Nick Cooper, he's inside the top 5 now. Done a great job working his way back up here. Leo as well. He's up in the 6th. Jeff Price, nice 7th spot. Nick Leo in that 8th. Ryan Martin and Kenny Frisbee run out of top 10. And as I say that, Frisbee might have gotten into the wall. Christopher going to get around 4th and 10th spot. Mike Chris looking to the inside of the 54. Or 9th. We're going to hold on to that 9th spot. Top 3 still under a blanket. On about 23 laps on this green flag run. This is pretty normal Vegas now. The last, I don't know, 50 laps have been more akin to what you see at Las Vegas. Just a lot of green flag racing. Maybe a caution or 2 here and there. But overall, you usually expect a long run at Vegas. And that goes for a lot of leagues and different cars and everything. Track just breathes green flag racing. Sometimes that can be its detriment, but I'd say it's a good mark of a good racetrack. And 22 still side by side for 9th. 22 looking for a nice, good points day after what happened last week at Bristol. Got involved in a lot of wrecks. I think he finished sub 40th or something like that. It was a really bad points day compared to the rest of his season. So looking to get another good points day and try to lock himself into the chase. 3 weeks. He's still in a really good point situation. And actually, we'll take a look at our live points right now. So as it stands with the current running order, Garrett Wolf and Margaret Wood lead the points. No surprise there. And Nick Cooper and Hayden Lowell in 2nd and 3rd. Mike Christopher Alright. Anyway, as I was saying, battle for the cut line right now. Patrick O'Keefe in 12th, and he actually just got a... Alright, I don't know. The 92 gets a black flag. I couldn't exactly hear them. Said it was an unsafe pit exit, but I didn't see him come down, so that might have been one of those where he got wrecked down pit road. Unfortunately, I couldn't hear him. Maybe his microphone was a little quiet. Patrick, if you're listening, I mean, one of those we'll have to look back at. Side by side for the lead. Aiden still holds on to the lead. Now, Nick Cooper and Blake Giglio have closed in on our top 3. We got about 15 laps left in this pit cycle, I'm sorry. About 15 laps left on a tank of fuel. We're 32 laps into this run. sure most of them will run it out almost all the way. Some may try to short pit it here, but I'm sure we'll see everybody go pretty much as far as they can go. Make sure they're good on gas. Oh, the 56 is loose. 32, I think, got into the 16. 56 is dirt tracking through the infield. He does avoid the pit penalty, and he's going to fall back to 5th. Out of this battle for the lead. He's going to let those tires cool down. That'll give the lead back to Wolfenbarger, but he's got the 16 to contend with. Things are getting crazy up front. Now the 16 of Blake Giglio. Oh, he got the wall! Never mind. 32 Wolfenbarger back to the inside. He's going to have a chance to clear here. Got to throw it in hard. He doesn't do it. I think he knows. 16 saved those tires really well. And now Blake Giglio clear to the lead. We'll bring that graphic back up again. He came from 42nd at the start of this race, and he is now in the #1 position. And he's in the wall again. So if he keeps that up, he's not going to hold it. Checking on Hayden Lowell. Comfortably in the 5th spot. Got Yo 7 of Alec Kane. About a second behind him. He's under fire from the 14, Jeff Price. Got Brian Martin and Michael Christopher 8th and 9th. Nick Leo running out the top 10. Then another second gap back to Kenny Frisbee. And DG Swiss, who is trying to hold off a whole pack of cars right here. 28, Micah Mixer. Yeah, Micah Mixer. He's 5 laps down, but he's out here trying to get points. He's all the way up to 32nd now. Just off to staying on track. Patrick O'Keefe, who had the black flag, come back out. He's 10 laps down. Giglio now well out front. He's pulling a gap on the 32. Before Garrett Warren, he's got Nick Cooper pushing on his back bumper down the backstretch. Goes to the top, gonna let the 92 go with the newer tires. In about 7 laps, I would say, until they got to come down to pit. But CTC Braves, nope. Corey Deal just came down the pit road. Made a lap and then came back down. Wannabe in Montrose calls out he's pitting this time. Not sure where he's even at on track. Montrose is going to be the first down pit road of the lead lap cars. Sounds like the 20 of Greenwell is going to come down this time. There he is. Davis Greenwell down pit road. Along with the 91 of Jeremy Scherer. Wilson recognize him with the car. Gina Giglio gonna stay out again. I'm sure he's gonna run it out. Blake usually likes to go with the late pit strategy. Like the 77. Oh, knockdown pit road. He's just blinking. Alright, so checking in with our leaders, Giglio, Wolfenbarger, and Lowell. Looks like we had came in from the front. Well, Collins picks up a speeding penalty. That's going to hurt him. He's running pretty well tonight. Going to have to claw back from that. 56 Hayden Lowell's in pit road along with the 35 of Nick Cooper. 07 Alec Kane, 22 of Christopher, 14 of Price, 26 of Swiss, the 8 of Ethan Evers. I think that's the 50 of Ryan File. A lot of people come down now, and they're running out to the end of their window. I think Blake's probably got another lap or two in the tank. One of Trenton Steed's in this time. Right on board with him. See how he does. Good entry there for the 81. '16 is in this time. 54 Brian Martin as well. 69 of Nick Gio. 71 Andrew Beach gonna stay out another lap. But he might be able to lead this lap, depending on if he gets past Giglio and Martin, and he does. Andrew Beach going to get the lap lead. Extra 5 bonus points for the 71. How about that? Yep, does get the lap lead. Right now, Hayden Lowell leads the most laps led, I think. But he'll get the other 5 bonus points. Andrew looks like he's kind of coasting for right here. '71 in this time. 57 Ronnie Holmes. 94 Kyle Owen. So that's going to do it. I think everybody has now pit. Lowell's going to retake the race lead. Garrett Wolfenbarger second, Nick Cooper third, and Blake Higlio. Something happened with Blake. He lost 10 seconds on his pit stop. Let's back it up, see what happened. Oh man, he forgot his box was back there. He entered pit road and forgot he started 42nd in this race. He had to back all the way up. So that's how that happened, and he falls back to 13th because of that. So once again, he's going to have to come from back to the front. That's going to be tough to do. Meanwhile, the 56 trying to hold off the 32 and the 35 for the lead. I'm sure all these three are breathing a sigh of relief that the 16 is not in this battle anymore. .30 laps to go here at Las Vegas. Hayden Lowell still out front. Wolfenbarger with 1 lap better tires. See if that'll help him out getting past the 56 later in this run. The 77 is having significant blinking issues right now. Side by side for the lead. Nothing doing. Giglio gonna get back up to 8th. Alec Kane holding on to this 9th spot ahead of Kenny Frisbee. cars on newest tires right now. 8 of Blake Giglio, actually. Got 7 seconds to make up on the leader, so I don't see that happening in 22 laps. But top 5 is definitely within reach for that 16. Still could be a good day for that team. Speaking of a good day for a team, Michael Christopher, he was running bottom end of the top 10, I would say, at the start of this green flag run, and now he's up to 4th with pretty good tires, equal tires to the leader. So he's kind of an island right here. 3 seconds ahead, 2 seconds back. Just runs a good line all the way home with no yellows, and he's got a 4th place locked up. Do I think we'll go without yellows? No. That's what he'd need. 32 actually got to the outside of the 56 right there. The 56 sent it in, blocked the outside. Now he's going to hold on to it. Doing everything he can to hold on to that lead. 35 Nick Cooper starting to fall off. Not sure if he's just saving tire back there. He is running the top, so I don't think so. Yeah, he's starting to fall off from those two a little bit. Like the 77 has brought it down pit road, it looks like. Brought it down pit road or he lagged out, I'm not sure. Still duking it out for the lead. Do have a massive lead on the rest of the field. And getting close. Contact is made. And the 77 has dropped out of the race due to a connection issue, so I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner. That car was out of the race more than it was in the race. Internet issues, the best way to describe it in sim is like blowing an engine, I would say. It's just like a mechanical failure. It just happens. It's part of sim racing. Connection isn't going to be perfect all the time. Oh, man! Contact, 56 and 32 are going at it, and that has allowed the 35 to close back up on these two. Right on board with the 35, watching this battle unfold. Wolfenbarger going to clear to the lead. He gets loose. 56. Not able to cross him over. Aiden to the top. Gonna try to get to the right rear of the 32. He does. That's what he needed to do. Now he's got to have a good line in 3 and 4. Gonna rip all the way up to the wall. That's what you want to do. He's got a good run. He's going to clear. Not quite. And he does just barely. The 56. Hayden Lowell back to the lead. Good battle up front here. 15 laps to go. That's a long way out. These guys are just over halfway through their tire run, so they got a long way to go in terms of tire. Blake Giglio, as I suspected, he was able to get inside the top 5. But I think that's about as high as he's going to get. Hayden Lowell pulled about a 10th over the 32 now. I think 32 sitting back, saving tire just a little bit. At some point, he's got to go here. The 56 can sit in front of him for long enough. He's going to burn that 32's tire advantage off. Goes back to the top. Surprised. 12 laps to go. 32 cannot get back to the 56. Nick Cooper. The back bumper of the 32. He's ripping the wall in 1 and 2. All it's going to take is Hayden getting in the wall too much in 3 and 4, and that 30, I think it happened right there. 32 closed up quite a bit. Garrett's got to move up. That middle lane seems to be in 1 and 2. Hayden doing a great job running that outside lane at 3 and 4. It's going to get him a huge run off 4. And he's going to pull out to another 2-3 tenths. Nine laps to go. Good run through 3 and 4. Made up a lot of ground on the bottom. Now they're both to the bottom in 1 and 2. Garrett's gotten back. I think he sat back, cooled the tires off for a little bit. Back to the bottom of 3 and 4. Good run for Wolfenbarger. Clear off turn 4. 56 crosses him back over to the bottom. Now Garrett's got a side draft. No, Hayden clears back again. Really good battle up front. 7 laps to go. 32 gets to his inside. Contact. Side by side, door to door down the backstretch. We're going to see a slide job come in here. Hayden's going to crowd him, try to get rid of the slide job. 32 washes up a little bit. They are dead even off the corner. Contact is again made. The 35 to the outside. Nick Cooper wants a piece of this. They are just dooring each other constantly. The 56 is pushing him down the backstretch. They are just beating and banging off each other's doors, and that is going to allow the 35 and Nick Cooper to get to the outside. He's got the preferred lane. 3 wide off turn 4. Dead heat. 56 and 32 are wrecking. 56 goes around on the front stretch. He did that to himself. No caution. That car is destroyed. He's going to try to limp it home. 5 laps to go. Nick Cooper has the lead now. 32, I think, is clean. Let's get a zoomed-in view. Yeah, the 32, the right side's clean. But he's got a car to hunt that 35 down. But him and the 56 battling, I think, burn his tires off a little bit. Cooper running the middle, Wolfenbarger on the bottom. Side by side into turn 1, dead even. 32 slides it in there. He's going to slide up. 35. Wow. Garrett just stuck the bottom. What a corner from the 32. And he's going to clear back to the lead. 2 laps to go at the line. What can Nick Cooper do to get this lead back? Coming to the white flag. Nick Cooper's tires are kind of burnt off. Nick Cooper. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Garrett Wolfenbarger in the lead. Nick Cooper in second, trying to run him down. Nick dominated the Dirt Series here in SRL last night. How can he get a win here at Las Vegas? Into turn 3 for the final time. He's got nothing for him. Off of turn 4, Garrett Wolfenbarger gonna see the checkered flag and win here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Michael Christopher gonna bring it home for a 3rd, continuing his great season. Giglio 4th, Alec Kane in 5th, Garrett Warren 6th, Brian Martin 7th, Jeff Price narrowly ahead of Nick Leo for 8th and 9th, and Kenny Frisbee rounding out your top 10. Wolfenbarger in an incredible battle with the 56. Unfortunately ended in the 56. Getting a wrecked race car. He's going to finish 16th here tonight. 32 is going to be the one doing the burnouts on the front stretch. That was a classic battle. I mean, it got a little dirty at the end, but man, those two, I mean, they showed they were some of the best cars in the race here tonight. Garrett, it's Lucas. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Heck yeah, man. Well, that was an intense battle with you, Hayden, and Nick, but you come out on top. You made the pass with, I think, 3 to go on that 35, and he had nothing for you at the end. How was your race, man?
I mean, it was great all run, just battling with Hayden there pretty much the whole race. Just track was really hot and tight and just trying to save that right front. And actually, I was surprised the right rear went a little harder than I thought it was going to. Started getting sideways there longer in the run. So the whole run was really fun. I'm not sure exactly what all happened there at the end. I'm just racing hard. We were 3 wide and I was tied on the bottom. So not sure what happened there. And me and Nick race clean, so appreciate that for him. And it's nice to come out here and finally talk to you in victory lane instead of second or third. So had a blast tonight, and yeah, P1 finally. Been mad about second and third for the last few weeks, so it's nice to get back in here and get us another win sticker on the car, and hopefully keep on trucking it next week. Don't know what track we at next week.
Gonna be Charlotte Motor Speedway, another 1.5 miles. So
all right. Well, we won there last season, so let's try to do that again.
yeah, second win of the season, going for your 3rd next week. Be exciting between see what happens with the tempers flaring. I don't know what, like you said, I don't know really what happened there. So
I don't know. I mean, the problem is just we're racing hard all race next to each other, and we're beating and banging, passing each other, blocking, doing all this stuff, and just giving and taking, and people get upset, and it's just what happens.
definitely just racing, man. Well, you got anybody you want to shout out for the win tonight?
Yeah, Shenandoah Shine, Mooncar, Brantley for making my paint K designs, Bradley for coming out here racing, even though he got his race ended short there. Feel bad for him. He kind of just wrecked and left, so I didn't really get to hear anything from him. But you for broadcasting, of course, running this league and doing everything for this, and DG for running SRL as well, and just making all this possible. Everyone for showing up and racing tonight. Another stacked field, 45 cars out here, so that's always good. And anyone that was watching, hopefully you're rooting for me. I'm trying my best out here to keep getting points. So it's been going great so far. So hopefully we can keep it going.
Man, nice job on the win here tonight. We'll talk to you next week.
Yep. Thank you. See you.
All right, let's see if we can find our second and third place finish. Nick, it's Lucas. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, well, took home second tonight. Just didn't quite have the tire for that 32. I thought you were going to capitalize on those two having issues, but just came up short, man. How was your race?
Yeah, we tried it. I came from the back, so kind of moved around and tried different lines, and I found something that was pretty decent, so I stuck with it and just kind of drove up through methodically and got up there.
Yeah, you were making that top line work in 1 and 2. You almost looked like kind of dirt racing out there. Not quite, but you had to kind of move around, find lanes. It was cool to watch you kind of do nothing anybody else was doing. So at least you were exciting to watch out there, man, and a nice podium finish. Got anybody want to shout out for it?
Shine Down or something like that. Team True Speed, Casey and Alec and all of them.
Gosh, man. Well, congrats on the second. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Good word with our third place finisher. Hey, Mike, it's Lucas. You got me?
Hey.
Hey, man. Well, taking home a third tonight. Definitely a lot better than last week. And a nice podium finish for you. It's going to do good in the points for you. How was your night?
Good. I probably sound a little worn out, but I'm telling you, on the inside, I'm over the moon because this was a very fun race. It's interesting. Like, there's so many cautions early, and we were all like, "Oh boy, here we go!" And then you get the long run, and it was just the best race of the season.
It looked fun. A lot of multi-lane racing, a lot of tire wear. It looked like you guys were having a ton of fun out there, and you seemed like one of the best long-run cars up front.
Yeah, I threw it in fifth, and then like I had good short run speed, but then also like I feel like everybody burned the tires, like they just pushed it really hard. I was hanging like 10th in the middle of the race, and you could just kind of see, like it was still hard to get around people, but you can kind of see people were kind of burning it up. And then then I pit a little early and had like the best pit entry I've ever had in my iRacing career. Like it was beautiful. And I jumped like 3 people with that pit stop. And then from there, I mean, all the other, like Blake had a bad pit stop, and then whatever happened with Hayden. But so I probably should have only been like 5th, but I'll take a 3rd place.
Absolutely. Nice job on the third. You got a shout out for it?
Hey, my beautiful fiance's watching, so shout out to her. And you know what, Lucas? Shout out to you because this setup is freaking nice. It's a good setup.
That's good to hear, because I heard from the winner it was a little tight. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, like it was tight, but I feel like you had to protect the rears too. So, like it was both, but it was different in both ends. So I saw a lot of people tight 1 and 2 and then loose 3 and 4. I don't know. I thought it was like pretty cool how the tire weared. I thought it was just not your typical like super tight. I felt a little different than that. But I thought it was pretty good. But
I appreciate it. Congrats on that third, and we'll see you next week for Charlotte.
all right, see you, man.
That was Mike Christopher taking home third tonight. Well, let's roll through our results. Not what we want there. That's not... Whoa, okay. There it is. Okay. All right. Taking home the win tonight. Garrett Wolfenbarger in 32. Nick Cooper taking home second. Michael Christopher third. Blake Giglio fourth. Alec Kane in fifth. Garrett Warren sixth. Brian Martin in seventh. Jeff Price in eighth. Nick Leo ninth. Counting Frisbee running out our top 10. Trenton Sneed was an 11th. Ethan Evers 12th. DG Swiss 13th. Ian Montrose 14th. Cliff Mullins top 15. Hayden Lowell falls back to 16th after the closing laps incident. Still not a bad finish for that 50-16. Doing great in the points, I think. So should be able to rebound from that. Not a bad finish at all, especially considering I think he led the most laps. So not too bad. Yeah, he's 5th in points right now with that. So definitely not going to hurt him too bad. Andrew Beach going to take home 17th. Davis Greenwell 18th. Trevor Trago 19th. Daniel Llewellyn 20th. Rennie Holmes 21st. Powell Owen 22nd, Jeremy Scherer 23rd, Dakota Lee 24th, Brian Jackson 25th, Brian File 26th, Jamel Collins 27th, Zachary Lance 28th, Matt Grubb 29th, Micah Mixer 30th, Nolan Walker 31st. After the internet issues, he was able to come back and take home a 31st, so a good rebound from the hardware problems. Sheldon Phillips 32nd, Patrick O'Keefe 33rd, Gabriel Truesdale 34th, Casey Graves 35th. Came back out and got some points back. Good job by Casey in the 01 team. Victor Lugo 36th. He also finished a broken race car. Corey Deal 37th. Samuel Litchfield 38th. Bradley Wilson 39th. He got hammered, so he was not able to rejoin the racetrack. Brianna Lavin 40th. Jesse Jones 41st. Wyatt McCombs 42nd. Zach Weisgood 43rd. And running out our 44 cars finishing tonight. Tyler Stillwell in 44th. Thank you all for watching. I'm Lucas Hoitzma. Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast in Las Vegas. Make sure to tune in next week at the same time for the Charlotte race, week 9 of the regular season. See you then.